Hi guys, it's Sarah. It's been a while since I made a YouTube video. I have been trying out different avenues, and I'm going to try to get back into doing YouTube videos because I can put a little more information and it can be like spoken from me instead of just the Facebook page and stuff like that. Anyways, today I decided to come out to the trails. And if you don't know, I'm an advocate for autistics and people on the spectrum and ADHD and learning disabilities and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to make more time now that I have Monday and Wednesday with no kids. I can kind of do more YouTube videos and try to get whatever information that maybe other advocates haven't hit on, or that like I've gotten from them, and trying to spread kind of what they put out in order to share and get more people to have that information. Today I'm doing a video that's centered on your energy and ways that as an autistic, someone on the spectrum, or even empaths can help to keep balanced. And that's been kind of what I've been working on for the past year or so. And honestly, it's a struggle. And I think with having ADHD and the autism, I really need that balance, because I'll have more outbursts or meltdowns from just like being too overwhelmed and too exhausted all the time. And so I felt like it was like a great thing to be like, hey, look at these peaceful trails, because this is what helps, at least for me anyways. Being outside, being in nature, being able to hear all the different sounds, but like they're all peaceful and not just, shoving a whole bunch of different other information in, and not being able to have somewhere where I kind of just am not thinking, I feel like a lot of us that are autistic are constantly like going in our brains trying to find the next thing or solution, or like special interests, and like going into those, and that can all be really helpful. But for me, like sometimes I just need to like completely turn off, like not have anything. So I'm just gonna go into some of that information and how getting outside, or just turning off all your screens, spending some time alone in a different way, can kind of help you a little bit to save some of that energy. So here we go. I'm gonna walk while I do this because I like to walk and talk. Anybody with me? Yeah. So for me, I need to be able to, like I said, turn everything off, and sometimes just get outside by myself with the fresh air, walk around, especially during really stressful times. This doesn't look like a safe way to go. Because all that stress and everything, like, it just starts to overwhelm me. And even on regular weeks, like I do service work multiple times at the church, and those are back to back. So I finally got my daughter a little school place to go to on Mondays, and my son's already in school because they're 5 and 3, or well, I guess 6 and 3 now. But anyways, I need them to get what they need or whatever from school, and I get a break to kind of have that time centered on healing and just getting a peace of mind. So basically what I try to do in order to be a part of those activities and still be helpful and not completely energy drained, because I love helping people, I love advocating, I love just serving and doing all those kinds of things, but in reality it's like super draining in a lot of ways, and sometimes I can take on the emotions of others with kind of having the empath side. I feel like people think that autistics lack empathy, and I'm like, we all come from different backgrounds, and if anything, I have so much that like it's annoying because I don't always know what to do, and sometimes that can be shown as not having any at all, because I just freeze. But and then, you know, ADHD, being like super hyper aware. But anyways, where I put that energy out, I need to be able to gain energy back in. So, you know, even if you don't like believe in the empath side of things and stuff like that, like if you're going somewhere where you're serving and you're putting a lot of emotional energy and you're putting a lot of you know, you're like even maybe physical, because like sometimes with the teens, like we do activities and different stuff, and with my health issues, like that could probably wear on my body next day. So on Mondays I have no kids all day long, and then I have a few hours in between where we can kind of hang out, and then we go to where I do service, and I work with teens. And so I'm getting, before, when I wasn't getting that break and that time where I could do stuff like this and just go for a walk somewhere, or even come up with the ideas, like I didn't even have enough functioning to like come up with ideas that were good for me, because I was just all over and I couldn't get in a place where I could think straight on what I could do that's going to benefit my energy. And then just also like the type of people you're hanging around, like if they're draining your energy, or you know, having too many activities throughout the week. So it's really hard, because I know like I'm a stay-at-home mom, and of course, you know, that's a full-time job and everything, but I know that people that like actually go to work, like they, you know, at a place or have careers, you know, they kind of have to show up on time, be there. Like, so if you're having like, you know, where you're drained and exhausted, and your emotional energy and your physical energy and everything else, and you're just busy all week, even with work, you're not making time to like gain that back in order to, you know, have less meltdowns. And, you know, I've had to like cut so many different things off through our weekly schedule, because I still need time to focus on my kids and what activities they may do. And I don't want to be like frustrated and angry all week long because I'm just so drained. So, it's like, for me, I guess, like sacrifice on some things in order for my self-care to be there, and for me to have energy in order to even be positive. You know, like I feel like I could be kind of a pessimist, you know. I don't know how that works, but like stuff's falling from the sky because it's fall. But yeah, kind of something that I heard from the Aspie world on this, which gave me ideas like way back whenever I listened to Dan's videos, kind of about having an energy bank. But I know for everybody it's a little bit different. Like, since, you know, all autistics are different, you may need less breaks, or you may need physical activity as your break. Like sometimes I need to exercise for my break, and sometimes I need to do absolutely nothing. Like I need to make myself lay there in bed, not try to do anything, and try to regain my strength. And sometimes my health gets to a point to where like I don't really have a choice. But it's just all about like trying to balance and not be a perfectionist, or, you know, like super codependent on what others want you to do, and know that like it's okay to say no to some situations, or if something's too much, because that's going to make your energy bank that starts out here maybe one day, or it's down here because you did too much the day before, and it goes all the way down like that, and then you have no more, and so you're just like, you know, like the rest of the day. So for me, it's like being very aware. You know, we want awareness, other people to have acceptance and awareness and stuff like that. But for me, I've learned that like I need that in here, because it's hard to teach other people to have that if like I can't accept some of the stuff about me, or when I need help, or when I need breaks, and that I do have those needs in order to like be a freaking powerhouse and like do all the awesome things that we do. And you know, I need that energy in order to, you know, do my special interests, and like and there's times when like I just get so burnt out from doing too much throughout the week that I have no time for that. So anyways, I may make this like sort of a couple more days to explain more. I don't want the video to be too long. And like, I hope any of that made sense, because it's been so long since I did a video. But just really, I guess, kind of contemplate those things, and, you know, where are you putting your energy out? Like, where, like, are you feeling drained from certain places more than others? Like, is, you know, even if it's positive, sometimes that can be it, but definitely like places where there's like, you know, even work, like toxic people, or in your household or whatever. And do you feel like sometimes those situations, like, start writing it down, and like when you have more meltdowns, or when you have more shutdowns, or whatever, if you can. I'm not much of a writer, so I just try to keep it in here, and that doesn't really work out. But just trying to keep note of when that's happening, and maybe when you need to step back a little bit. Or even for my kids, when they start having more meltdowns and things like that. You know, our brains just always going, I'm trying to find like, beep, 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 when is this happening? Like, how is this happening? And so I want to know, so of course, that I have a solution. Of course, I'm not going to always have a solution, but I can have awareness on when they are going through that more, or if it's been a change that's gone on, and trying to help them through that in healthy ways, versus them just, you know, having more meltdowns or tantrums, or like what we can do to sort of make a little more peace inside with the changes that we're going through. So that'll probably be a whole nother video on when changes in routine happen. But that's all for today, folks. I feel like Warner Bros. When I said that. Hope y'all have a great day, and goodbye.